I'm going to share my screen and there will be a meter on it. And I want you all to unmute yourself and start clapping and take the meter to 110 so that we can begin with the meeting. So, unmute, all of you, unmute yourself and let's begin. That went great and it was easy. I'm so sorry, there's an echo. So that was an easy 110 for all of you. So I'm going to increase the bar from next time. And I hope that you all maintain this energy all throughout the meeting. So with that, let's begin our meeting today. So like any other meetings that we have, the Zoom meeting is has some basic rules which needs to be followed by all of you. So let me brief you with it. And so the first rule is please do not unmute yourself when the speaker is speaking. Please do not write anything inappropriate in the chat box. If your camera is on, and I would request all of you to please keep your cameras on. So if it is on, make sure that you are seated in an appropriate position. Do not talk about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. So these are some very basic but very important rules that you all will have to remember all throughout the meeting. Now, I would like to hand over to our stand-in president for today. We have, just a second. Right. So, yes, we have our stand-in president ready. So, today we will Toastmaster Anirban Datta, who is our VPPR, that is Vice President Public Relationships. So, a round of applause to Toastmaster Anirban Datta. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anam. And ladies and gentlemen, please keep the applauses going for our wonderful Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Anam Rahman. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, and welcome to the 666th meeting of Kolkata Toastmasters Club. My name is Anirban, and today I'll be the stand-in president of Kolkata Toastmasters Club. Now, before we move ahead, I would like to say that the minutes of the previous meeting has been shared with all of the members via email. If there are no changes, can we consider it to be passed? Can anyone show me a thumbs up? You can use the virtual. Yes, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. Now I would like all of the guests, all of the wonderful guests of the house to kindly introduce themselves. You can just start by simply unmuting yourself and saying your name. What are you currently doing and from where did you get to know about Kolkata Toastmasters Club? So all of the guests, I can see Showman. Showman, are you a guest?
Yeah, hi.
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
everyone. Okay, so I can start. So, myself, Somen Adhikari. I have been a resident of, South Kolkata, and I have been, employee of HSBC here in, Salt Lake, Kolkata, and where I came to know about this group. So one of my ex-colleague, Akanksha, she was a part of this group for a long time, and she actually, from Arun I came to know, and I thought of joining this one. So great to see all of you, and looking forward to the, to this session.
Wonderful, wonderful guest, Showman. I hope you have a great time here. We have guest Ali Hussein Khan. Sir, are you a guest?
Yes, I'm a guest. So, my name is Ali Hussain Khan. I am from Kolkata and I am currently pursuing my engineering in Jadavpur University. And I got to know about this Toastmaster Club from a friend of mine who was a member of this. So, looking forward for a very nice session. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful guest, Ali. I also hope you have a great time here. Any other guests in the house? Can you please kindly unmute yourself? And yes, I see guest Toastmaster Naveen.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Naveen Parwal, and I'm from District 80, Singapore at the moment. And I came to know about this group from a WhatsApp group, and I joined. And apart from that, I'm also a member of Jaipur Toastmasters Club. And Yep. Sorry, was there any other question which I missed?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Thank you so much, guest Toastmaster Naveen. I hope you have a wonderful time. I also saw guest Aditya turning his video on. You can continue,
Yeah,
sir.
hi. Yeah, so my
Hi.
name is Aditya Deshmukh. Sorry, my videos are working now, so
It's fine.
I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. So at the moment, I'm in a gap year. So I've been working for the last 2 years in Bangalore, and I'm looking at college, masters, or an MBA program this year going forward. I came to know about the Toastmasters because I wanted something in public speaking, because I'd been a fester in college, and I'm currently not in that mode anymore. So I wanted to come back into that and hone my skills in public speaking itself. So that's the whole reason coming to Toastmasters.
Wonderful,
So
wonderful.
yeah.
Wonderful guest, Aditya. And I would like to say you're at the very perfect place if you're thinking about working on your public speaking or communication or leadership skills.
Mhm.
I
Thanks.
see 41667884 raising his or her hand. Sir or ma'am,
Yeah,
can you
hi.
please rename yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Shipra Sahu and I'm staying in Kolkata. And right now I'm preparing for Salesforce. And I got to know about this from my husband who is working in L&T Kolkata Toastmaster Club.
All right, wonderful. Ma'am, I would request you to kindly rename yourself.
Yeah, it's
We also,
Shipra Sahu. Okay, I'll
sorry.
rename it.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
sure.
Thank you. Do we have any other guests who would like to introduce themselves?
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Srimoy Mukherjee. So I'm from Kolkata. So I'm working as a HR professional in an IT company. And I came to know about Toastmaster from one of my senior colleagues. So I'm really looking forward to my association with this club. Yeah.
Wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful, ma'am. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving ahead with the meeting. Today, we are going to have a wonderful, wonderful meeting with a very creative and a dynamic Toastmaster of the day. And when I heard a theme for the first time, I was a bit shocked, surprised, because her theme is "Hi guys." I am not really sure what she's going to speak about. I'm also not sure why she didn't say hi to all the girls, but I guess we'll find out. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a huge, huge round of applause, please welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shruti Srivastava.
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. If my get-up today seems laugh-worthy to you, I'm successful in creating a very great impact on your minds. Hi guys, how are you doing? Can I ask all of you to unmute yourselves, please? For once, assume that this is not a virtual meeting, and let's assume that this is a physical setup that we used to have before COVID. Hi guys, how do you feel? How are you doing?
Good.
All good.
Great.
We are good.
Great.
Doing fine.
Good.
Okay, that's amazing that when I say hi guys, even girls are replying. Can you guess the theme of the day? Okay, what do you see here? I'm wearing my husband's shirt. I'm wearing my sari. I'm wearing his mustaches. I'm wearing my bindi. What do you see here?
Look of
Okay,
Ardhanarishwar.
very nice. We are there. I'm going to talk about gender inclusive language. Women's Day was just there on 8th of March. And why you all are replying on hi guys? Don't we have a space that we need to claim as women? And no, this is not about just women. This is about people who do not identify themselves as a man or a woman. We are in 21st century, Toastmasters. We cannot be talking about 14th century stuff here. The theme of today is hi guys, because this is what I have been hearing and reading in emails, in publications, in office communication. And whenever you join a team meeting, that too in a virtual world, Meet, Zoom, calls, anything. Hello guys, how are you doing? Right now, can you unsee this? Can you unsee the female part of my personality? No. Can you unsee this? Can you unsee this? No, right? Then why do you unsee a group of humans, and why do you unsee the 50% of the world's population which is supposed to be female? Why do you unsee that? That is because that is so much internalized in our brains that we address them as men. And we women happily reply to that, like you all just did. Moving ahead with the theme, I'm going to be talking about perhaps opening your eyes and giving you some shock treatment too. What I'm concerned about with these associations, due to our unconscious belief, is that the association of male terms with power and strength and female terms with softness and beauty shapes our expectations for men and women and for our kids and the generations to come, and sometimes even for our self-worth. What I'm saying is that gendered inclusive language is important because when all humans are created equal, why do we mend tables and use our manpower to elect congressmen who rule in man-made institutions? Even when we enter the room, we see a bunch of humans and we see both men and women. Oh man, that would be my exclamation for the day today. Moving ahead, I would be dividing this meeting into 3 parts. Not I, Toastmaster International has already done the job, but I will be explaining my theme according to the 3 parts of this meeting. The first part is where you talk about prepared speech section, where I'll be addressing your conformational biases, as in why do you reply when I say, hi guys, hello men, hello folks. The second part is the table topics, where I will be giving you impromptu situations. That is not a part of my table topic session, but as a part of my TMOD role, I'll be giving you small impromptu situations and I will ask you, how would you address them? The third part is the evaluation, which is very, very important. As in, I will tell you, how do you evaluate yourself, whether you're using gender inclusive language, whether others are using gender inclusive language, and how do you correct it? And that's how Toastmaster is. Thank God we all are Toastmasters or striving to become one, that we do not have to face this. Men or women or any other gender or no gender, they are Toastmasters. That's it. End of story. Moving ahead, in the meeting tonight, I'm going to call upon stage our fabulous general evaluator, Toastmaster Vishesh Mehra, on stage and explain his role. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishesh Mehra.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shruti. Can we have a huge round of applause for the brilliant Toastmaster Shruti? Can you please unmute and have a huge round of applause? Come on. Thank you so much. See, ladies and gentlemen, we Toastmasters, we are very egoistic people. We thrive on applause. If you don't applaud us, we won't do a good job. We'll do half-hearted jobs. So you need to applaud us. You need to motivate us. You need to show that spirit that you're listening to us so that we keep coming back on stage and keep delivering amazing roles as Toastmaster Shruti is doing. Well, I today have the role of the general evaluator. The general evaluator, what he does is that he evaluates the role, the meeting, since the time the Sergeant-at-Arms starts the meeting, till the point the Toastmaster of the day hands the podium back to me, the general evaluator. A general evaluation section is known as a heart of a Toastmasters meeting. The reason being that we learn here. Toastmasters is famous for its in-depth evaluations so that we as speakers and leaders, we rise to another level. And the next time we come back to the podium or to the stage, we do a better job than we did for the last time and be better versions of ourselves. And this is a huge job. And I can't do this job alone. I have a team of role players who will assist me in doing this job. And I would like to call upon the role players to help explain their roles. Starting off with the grammarian for the day, who is Toastmaster Akash. Toastmaster Akash, can we please have your role? Toastmaster Akash? Is Toastmaster Akash here? Okay, so we'll come back to Toastmaster Akash. I think he has some technical issues. We'll move on to the next world player, who's the counter of the day, which is being played by Toastmaster Brinda. Toastmaster Brinda, can you please have your role?
A very good evening to everybody. I am Brinda Rathi and I am the R counter for today's role. And as R counter, my role is to note down the crutch of filler words such as and, well, but, so, and and also note down the repeat phrases and long or short pauses. I'll present my report when called upon to do. Thank you. Back to Mr. Chandrapati.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Brinda, for your role's introduction. Moving on, we have the timer played by Toastmaster Anam. Toastmaster Anam, can we have your role's introduction, please?
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone, once again. And I am the timer for the day. So here are the timings. For the speakers, I will be flashing the green card at 5 minutes, the yellow card at the end of 6 minutes, and the red card at the end of 7 minutes. The speakers will get a grace period of 30 seconds on both ends. For the evaluators, the green card will come out at 2 minutes, yellow at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes. The evaluators will get a grace period of 30 seconds on both ends. Coming to the table topic speakers, there will be the green card at the end of 1 minute, the yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at the end of 2 minutes. For table topic speakers, the grace period will be 30 seconds only at the upper limit, which is after 2 minutes. I hope that is clear to you all. I will show you the cards. This will be the gray screen, which will be while you are speaking. This is the green card, this is the yellow card, and this is the red card. I will present my report when called upon to do so. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anam, for that beautiful visual representation of your role. And I'm sure everyone has understood your role pretty well. Moving on to the wow counter for today, played by Toastmaster Meghna. Toastmaster Meghna, can you please have your role's introduction?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. I'm Meghna Agarwal. As the wow counter for the day, I'll be counting the top 3 wow moments in today's meeting. I'll present my report when called upon to do so. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meghna, for your role's introduction. Can I please check, is Toastmaster Akash in the meeting room? Our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Akash. Is he in the meeting room?
Someone confirm I'm audible or not.
Yes, you are audible. Can we please have your role's introduction, please? That would be awesome.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Hello?
Yes, Toastmaster Akash, you are audible.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Sorry, there's some technical issue at this end with my microphone is not working. So anyways, I'll be quick with my role. Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I will be your grammarian for the day. My job is to point out the good usages of grammar as well as the not so good usages of the grammar. My role also includes introducing the word of the day, which for today will be ameliorate, which means to make better or improve. I shall be putting that down in the chat box, and the usage of the word would be that the new economic reforms are expected to ameliorate the stagnant economy. Thank you, Mr. General. Over back to you. I will submit my report when called upon to do so.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash, for the introduction of your role. Next, we have the parliamentarian for the day. And this role is played by Toastmaster Rohit. Toastmaster Rohit, can you please have your role's introduction?
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Apologies for not being able to switch on my camera. I'll do it in a while. So as the parliamentarian for today, my job is to ensure that all the parliamentary norms are followed by guests and Toastmasters. And here are some protocols that we should keep in mind while moving ahead with today's meeting. So I request everyone to avoid switching on and off the camera and the microphone while a speaker is on stage. Second, please avoid any prompting in between whenever a speaker is on stage. Avoid any kind of personal engagement during the meeting on the chat box or directly with one another. And most importantly, to avoid the use of any unparliamentary and derogatory language in terms of sex, religion, and politics. I'll present my report when called upon to do so. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohit. And I will present the report of the entire meeting in the general evaluation section. And back to the amazing Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shruti. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause for our wonderful general evaluator who has explained the evaluation part beautifully with his brigade of fellow Toastmasters. Moving ahead to the first section of the meeting, which is the prepared speech section. Let me tell you, why do we use hey guys, or why don't we use hey everyone, hello team, hello folks, hello people? It's because of the internalized misogyny that has been a part of our personality, that has been hands me down as heredity, that has been ingrained in our brains since our childhood. But when we are talking about social media, we are always active to improve your own personality, to work on your consciousness. Why not take this first step of making a conscious effort every day? When you talk to anyone, don't say, hey guy. Talk to them as if you're talking to another human. Am I not right? Yes. Thank you so much for the appreciation and your support. And I'm sure at the end of the meeting, last time would be the time when you will be using hey guys. Moving ahead to the first speaker of the day is speaker number 1, who will be presenting her icebreaker. Am I right? Yes. But before I call upon stage the first speaker on stage, I would like to call their evaluator, Toastmaster Amrita. Can we have Toastmaster Amrita on stage and explain the objectives of the speech?
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shruti. A very good evening to all of you. The speaker is delivering level 1, project 1, that is the icebreaker speech from Innovative Planning Pathways. The purpose of the project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. All the best to the speaker. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Madam Evaluator. I would request everyone to unmute themselves by the end of the speech and give a huge round of applause since it is an icebreaker. I would wish the speaker all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster Ritika. The stage is all yours.
Thank you. Hey, are you from Assam? Hey, are you from Nepal? These were the questions asked to me in my childhood, at times by teachers and my school friends. I was always puzzled why my other classmates were not subjected to such questions. Well, good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm a Bengali who was born and brought up in Pune. My parents had left their base pretty early in their life. Hence, their need to hold on to the culture and tradition was much stronger than anybody else. They tried their best to pass on the tradition cultures to me and my elder sister. On one hand, Bengali speaking was strictly followed at home, while on the other hand, when I stepped out with my friends, we all spoke in Hindi, invariably of whatever backgrounds we came from. Once I came to Bengal during my summer vacations and spent time with my cousins, I realized I was a bit different from them, as my Bengali was not as fluent as them. While back in Pune, I'm always the non-Maharashtrian who is completely not Marathi. This conflict went on for a pretty long time in my life. I used to feel very bad that why I am not completely accepted wherever I am. The thoughts kept lingering in my mind that where exactly do I belong? One day, I decided to put a rest to these thoughts and solve the conflict with it. I thought instead of being sad about this, I should be happy that I got a slice of so many cultures in my life and made friends who was either a Sindhi or a Maharashtrian or a Malayali or a Punjabi. I decided to believe that being culturally mixed is a part of my identity. And I could only thank my parents to choose Pune as a city in their life. Living in Pune not only changed me in terms of my identity, but also helped me to grow immensely to the person I am today. Growing up in Pune those days meant that we had to face a lot of transportational challenges. Hence, it was a norm for every girl to know how to ride a scooty. Speaking about myself, I didn't know even how to ride a bicycle. I wanted to put an end to this whole transportational issue, and I decided to learn the car instead. It was a December winter morning when I was confidently walking towards my instructor and planning to sit at the passenger seat. That's when my instructor stopped and said, "Madam, you need to be at the driver's seat." Trust me, at that moment, all my confidence just vanished in thin air and my heart started beating heavily and I was profusely sweating. I somehow sat in the car. The moment I sat, he started giving me a lot of instructions on clutch, brake, gear. I gathered what he said and I started the car. I really thought I was driving towards my death. Days passed, but things weren't improving for me as such. Since I was always nervous, always scared, always thinking, what was the need to take such a risk when I didn't know even how to ride a bicycle? One day, while I was a bit okay and I was a bit less nervous and drove bit okay, my instructor praised me heavily. That's when I realized that I'm actually doing a good job. And instead of being nervous, I thought that I should actually focus on the learning part of it and maintain my equanimity. After many practice sessions and with the attitude not to give up, I finally mastered the art of driving. I became a good driver as testified by my friends, and I started enjoying driving. I really love my experiences on the highways. Now that this road of life has brought me back to Kolkata and I'm working in TCS. Kolkata is a food lover's paradise, and I, being a complete foodie who loves to eat and cook, is loving it here. I agree, driving here at times can be very scary when people are continuously honking at you or randomly cutting and changing lanes. But I have decided to believe that the path of life that I am on right now only helps me move forward and makes me into a better person. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Can we all unmute ourselves and give her a huge round of applause for successfully delivering the first speech of her Toastmasters journey? Congratulations, Toastmaster Ritika, on your first feat. Many more to come.
Thank you.
Moving to the second speaker of the day, who is, but before I reveal the name, I need to call upon the evaluator of the second speaker, who is Toastmaster Deepak Bed. Can we have Toastmaster Deepak Bed on stage to let us know the objectives of the project?
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster. Today, the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. All the best to the speaker and back.
Thank you so much. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Hriday Thakur, who will be delivering a speech soon. I do not see him though. Toastmaster Hriday Thakur?
Yes, TMOD, am I audible?
Okay, yes, you are audible and visible. Over to you. The stage is all yours. All the best.
My class 10th board exams, they went really well. And after that, I decided that I had to take medicine as a career since I was in love with biology. But my father, being the wise and the strong man, he suggested me I should take maths as well. And like every Indian parent who holds 51% equity in his child's life, I followed what my father said. And I took maths along with biology. And I started my 11th grade being one of the very few idiotic and intelligent students who took maths along with biology, making it PCMB. Now, in the starting, I felt a little bit uncomfortable with maths. I could not solve the problems very nicely, but I still managed to do it. And it was all going really well until the half-yearly exams approached. On the day of the exam, it was like the biggest boxing match of the century. On the blue corner, we have Hriday Thakur, who was fat and having an R.D. Sharma and NCERT in his hand. And on the red corner, we have his maths teacher having differentiation, linear algebra, calculus, integration, and all the other subjects on their side. As you all can imagine, the match was rigged. But still, I tried my best in those 3 hours to finish the exam. As I moved from section A to section B, I met my arch enemy, differentiation. And I was so afraid of that single question that I wanted to give up that moment. But then I could hear my maths teacher smiling in front of me, just as Britishers smiled when they were taking Lagan from poor farmers. And so I wanted to complete my exam, and I kept on writing. Until of course, my brain started to hurt. My heart started to beat faster and faster, and the 3 hours were complete. They were finally complete, and it was done. I did my exam to the best of my possibility. And when in 1 week, when the maths teacher arrived again in our classes, we all classmates were shivering in mid-March because we could see a bundle of paper in her hand. Toastmasters, let me tell you, we are not afraid to give exams. We are afraid of the results. And that day, we all were very afraid. But our British era teacher decided that she is going to announce everyone's result in the class. Not only that, she's going to tell the marks of the failures aloud too. Now, as she called out, roll number 12, Hriday Thakur, please come here to collect your sheet. I went towards her table and she handed me my sheet. And as she did that, I thanked God. Thank God I did not fail. 8 marks! 8 marks, Hriday Thakur, you got 8 marks in the exam. And as she shouted in front of everyone in the class, she became a data analyst at that moment as well. because she told us that Hriday Thakur has not only failed in all the 3 sections of the exam, but he has failed in all the 5 sections of class 11th as well. That means A, B, C, D, and E. You all can imagine section E was the arts section. They are studying history with maths, and I failed in that section as well. How did that happen? But as I was taking care of all of that, as what has happened, my failures overpowered me. My failure of maths overpowered me. I was so afraid of going home that day, and that walk became the largest and the most toughest walk of my life. I was very, very afraid to go back to my mother and my parents to tell her that I failed in an exam. Toastmasters, it was just about 7 years back that I got 8 marks in an exam. And it still scares me to death to attempt a maths question today. There are 2 things that are common today in all of us sitting in this room. One, we will all see a yellow card in just a few minutes. And the second, that we all have failed in our lives once. Sometimes that failure is so strong that it is like a wall we can never cross. But Toastmasters, remember, the first time you failed at a speech, the first time you failed at a table topics, you fumbled. But still, we are all here today, facing our fears, facing our failures in life. The next time there's a failure stopping you, remember, it is not the power of 8. It is the power in you. It is the power in you. Toastmaster of the day, over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And indeed, you said it all right, that the power is within me. And that goes very well with my theme too, that the power is within me to make this world a more gender inclusive space for all of us, men or women. Moving to the second section of the meeting. But before we go there, I want to talk just 60 seconds about something that you can imbibe in from this meeting is how do you make the gender inclusivity in your language? Toastmasters, language is a tool of thought. And who would agree and who would not agree here in this room that language is a tool of thought when we are the communicators or striving to become a better version of a communicator ourselves? Yes. And when you're using that language, you are disseminating the information that you have here to the other person. And when you are communicating through that language effectively, you are trying to make an impression like right now, what I'm doing from here to there. I would tell you, how do you make use of a gender inclusive language? When you say mankind, use humankind. When you say chairman, say chair or chairperson. When you say congressman, you say legislature. When you say businessman, you say representative. When you say a landlord, you say owner. When you talk about a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and I can see some smiles, you can say a partner. When you say a salesman, and we have heard it quite much, you say salesperson. When you say manpower, you say workforce. And when you say a husband or a wife, you say spouse. These are few things that if you imbibe them in your everyday vocabulary or language, I'm sure you're going to make a mark subtly in the minds of others. I have taken a step in past 2 years to not use hey guys. I use fellow humans, Toastmasters, people who have less brain. It's okay. Use it. It's okay. You have to use it. Gradually, we will get there together. Moving to the second section of the meeting, which is very, very impromptu, by the way, is the table topic section. And without any delay, I would like to call upon stage our table topic master of the day, who is Toastmaster Seema. Can we have Toastmaster Seema on stage, please?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, but you're echoing.
A very good evening to fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Well, we have arrived at the most unpredictable yet exciting and fun-filled session of a Toastmasters meeting, which is table topic session. And I am Toastmaster Seema Vilpai, your table topic master for today. Let me briefly explain the rules of this session. First, the speaker will have to speak impromptu on a given topic. Second, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds only at the upper end. Third, I'll repeat the topic only twice. Fourth, only guests have the convenience to change the topic once. So, are you ready, guys? Are you ready, everyone? Sorry. So, I'll request the guests to please give it a try. The topics are really easy. And whoever wants to volunteer, please write in the chat box or simply raise your hand. Please volunteer. Otherwise, I have the prerogative to choose anyone. Guest Naveen, can I have you on the podium, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm here.
Okay. So, guest Naveen, the topic is one change I want to see in this world. One change I want to see in this world. Guest Toastmaster Naveen.
Hello, Toastmasters. One change which I would like to see in this world and which is very much required at this point of time is the spirit of humanity. Don't you think that it is a much required movement? And at this point of time, when we are all struggling in some form or the other, we may be struggling to make our ends meet. We may be struggling because last year has gone so bad that we're feeling the after effects of that right now, or maybe in some other manner, which I may not be able to explain very clearly. Humanity is the basic of each and every person, each and every living being. And we humans need to know that. Mark Twain has once said that if you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. And that is the principal difference between a dog and a man. Believe it or not, but we humans have forgotten our humanity. We have lost our empathy. We have lost the sense of gratitude, which is why a lot of things are missing. A lot of our culture is going down the drains. And somehow, if I could change anything in the world, it would be the sense of humanity and to uplift the persons whom we feel with our presence could make a difference. It's only the persons who can make the difference are the ones who are going to rise in tomorrow's world, and they are the ones who are going to outshine others in all spheres of life. So with that, I would like to pass on the stage to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Naveen. You very well explained how you will, what is the change that you want to see in the world. This spirit of humanity, you, in a short time, you quoted Mark Twain and told us that how humanity has stooped to that level that today we are comparing it to dog's loyalty, actually. Very well taken that. Kudos to you. So who would like to go next? Okay. I can see this is Vandana. Hello, are you a Toastmaster, ma'am?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, Toastmaster Vandana, your topic is a book that has changed my life. A book that has changed my life, Toastmaster Vandana.
A book. Let me tell you that nowadays I am more on Kindle than on books. But yes, any book on, not a paperback book, but yes, a digital book has, a lot of books have really inspired me. one important book which really makes life very easy and which I think everybody should read is 7 Principles of Success. I can't really remember the name of the writer, but yes, those 7 principles have really helped me in looking my life, in giving a good different perspective to my life. There are times we never even think what to do and how to do and when to do, what exactly should be our aim in life and how should we move forward towards its life, towards the aim in the life. So there are times when I would be lost. And there were a lot of aims in my life. I wanted to be a good housewife. I wanted to be a good business person. I wanted to be a good singer. I wanted to be a good speaker. I wanted to be good in everything. But was it possible for me? I did not know that. But ever since I read this book, I realized that yes, these things were possible. If we take all those 7 principles, if we follow those 7 principles one after the other, all those things are really possible. And I must suggest all of you that you all should read this book because it really gives a different perspective to life, of course. And I remember there was a time when a Toastmaster had given 7 speeches based on those 7 principles. And it was so inspiring and so intriguing. So thank you very much, Toastmaster, for giving me this topic. And I want to read this book again because you reminded me of those 7 principles. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vandana. You very well explained your favorite book. And actually you recommended, you have given us a very good recommendation and the reasons why we should read this book. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to our next speaker. I can see Toastmaster Rashmi. Yes.
Good evening.
Hello, Rashmi. Yeah. So Toastmaster Rashmi, your topic is when you were taught a lesson by a child. When you were taught a lesson by a child, Toastmaster Rashmi.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. So, yesterday evening, I was traveling in a bus and I observed a 6-year-old child was playing with a rubber band and was playing innocently. And seeing him, I realized that he was so happy and so lost in his own thoughts that it doesn't matter to him like what are we in this scenario and how we adults just fuss about every small things and just lose our calm in small things and how we tense about all the little things in our life. So that little child taught me a lot of things. Number one, that sometimes we all have a habit of reacting to small things which create a mountain, it's like we transform a mole into a mountain kind of a thing. So we need to ignore those small things, and also that we should be happy in whatever situation we are in. Even like we try to not react to small things which happen on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Rashmi, Toastmaster Rashmi. Very wonderful take on this topic. Well, children often give us lessons without any intention. That's really true. So, who would like to try next? Can I have the guests, please?
I think guest Abhishek has raised his hand.
Abhishek. Hello, hello, guest Abhishek. Can I have you on the podium, please? Can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, Table Topic Master, I am here.
Okay.
Am I audible?
I don't think he's available. Guest Aditya, can I have you on the podium, please?
Hello.
Yeah, sure.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are absolutely audible. Okay. So, guest Aditya, your topic is Be kind to everyone. Be kind to everyone. Guest Aditya.
Okay, the phrase "be kind to everyone." It's a very simple phrase to say. It's a very simple phrase to actually tell people to do. But in today's world, and as guest Naveen already earlier said, it's pretty hard to actually like go into it and emphasize and actually do it. For example, it's you can say you're kind to people, you can say you're kind to your friends, but ultimately in our lives and where we've seen, like, people are really not kind to each other. I've seen many people, including some of my friends, some people at work, some people always have their different motives. And when their personal motives come in front of um, others' motives, they always have their agenda to take forward. So at those stages, they kind of forget of what is being kind to someone means. Again, it's emphasized in many books, in many movies, and many genres of, say, plays, where you should be kind to people. But I think it's not really taken in the sense of how one is kind to someone. And again, as another guest, a Toastmaster, just spoke earlier, we should take lessons from kids how to actually be kind to someone, because a kid is usually very selfless when they come in terms with their friends and to the parents and to anyone they meet. They don't really have any agendas going forward. So I think if a lesson that we can really pick up from a kid is actually to be kind and selfless to people. So this is my take on being kind to others. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Aditya. You very well explained about the friends with motives, and how we should be kind to everyone, and we should take lessons from kids to get motivated to be kind to everyone. So let us move on to the next speaker.
Am I audible now?
Yes, guest Abhishek.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Guest Abhishek, your topic is, if you could invent something, what would it be? If you could invent something, what would it be? Guest Abhishek.
Invention. We have always heard about a statement. Need is the mother of all inventions. Necessity is the mother of all inventions. Now, what I need or what is my necessity, that will depend upon what I am going to invent. The necessity of me is to change the year 2020. So I would be inventing a time machine wherein we can go back to 2019 and change the world for the year 2020. I don't want this year to be there in my life. Or I would say that most of the people will not like this year to in their life, because this year has been a very terrible for us. We don't see a lot of positives coming out of that year. We have seen that a lot of people have died. There were a lot of sufferings. A lot of people lost their jobs. There were a lot of patients, people having heart diseases. There were no cures because the hospitals were full of this COVID patients. So time machine is something wherein we can go back to 2019 or 2018, wherein cure, because we know now that there is a COVID-19, or whatever the laboratory it came off, or whatever the conspiracy theory is going on, whether it was from bat or whether it is a man-made virus. If we can just take care of that, of going in the past, and we can have a peaceful and loving year 2020, I think that will be make me very happy in person, and hopefully that will take care of all the unhappiness which we have which we have received during the year 2020. Thank you, and back to you, Tabletop Headmasters.
Thank you so much, guest Abhishek. You actually told what I wanted to, what I had this stand on this topic, time machine, actually. Thank you so much for your take. Okay, let us move on to the next speaker who would like to volunteer. Okay, I have a lot of, I would like to participate. Okay, Toastmaster Neelu. Okay. Hello, Nilu ma'am.
Hi.
Okay, Toastmaster Nilu. A choice that makes you feel proud. A choice that makes you feel proud, Toastmaster Nilu.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. A choice make myself proud. Yes. Initially, I was thinking, what would I do if I will get the privilege to live for me? I belong to a very conservative family where we have to cover our head with pallu, and we don't have that much privilege that we can do whatever we want. Initially, I felt it's like I was suffering. How should I overcome on it? Gradually, I started breaking the bar, and I started to explore more, and I started living my life as per my wish. So I started learning swimming, dance, joined Toastmasters, got exposure, met with many excellent and intellectual people where I understand what is life, what can we do more in our life, how can we make our life happy and content. I believe if you have that much determination, or you will determine that I have to do and I have to get all the happiness what I want, you will succeed. So now I can say proudly, joining the Toastmaster is one of the best decisions in my life till date. It was the stepping stone of my life, and now I'm bubbling with confidence and enthusiasm. I know I'm not a good speaker, but one day I would be better speaker, and I feel internally every day, day by day, I am better than before. So yes, joining the Toastmaster is the wisest decision in my life, and I really feel proud on it. Thank you so much. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nilu. You told us about your journey, how you made certain proud choices, and you finally are here. And I really felt very good about listening to your proud journey. Thank you so much. And now we wrap up our table topic session. We are running out of time. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming here, because table topic session is something that is not about just the speech, but having the courage to face the fear of impromptu situations. Thank you once again, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause? That is very, very mandatory when you are in a Toastmaster setup, that you encourage people and appreciate them for what they do. Thank you so much, Madam Table Topic Master. See, this is also one gendered language, Table Topic Master. So yes, that's how gendered our space is. That's how gendered our world is. And I was talking about that language is a tool of thought. And language is also a choice. It is a tool for building a community, and it is a tool for breaking bird cages that is there inside our minds. Each of us has the power to create the world that we want to be in. So tell me, do we want a language that reflects our history of excluding certain gender or certain type of people? No, right? No, we want to make that conscious shift from here to here. Do we prefer a language that aspires towards something more inclusive, and our future, our kids, our generations to come, they embrace it proudly? Your decision to make this world a more gender inclusive is in your hands. And I'm sure if one thing that you would take away from here is that you will never say hi guys from now on. I appreciate the fact how Madam Table Topic Master changed when she said hi guys, and then she changed to hello everyone. That's how the impact is created, and that's how we do it every day. Let's make a promise today inside our hearts that we are going to Make it happen. Moving to the third section is the evaluation section, and that's where the evaluation of you will take place inside your mind. I would like to call upon stage our wonderful evaluator who will be very illustrative with his reports given the way he explained his role in the beginning of the meeting. Please join your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Vishesh Mehra on stage to present the evaluation.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shruti, for that amazing role and the amazing way you conducted the entire meeting. So now let's jump right into it by calling out the first evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster Ritika. Can we have the first evaluator, please?
Yeah, thank you so much, General Evaluator. So confidence is the first thing we see in a speaker. And Toastmaster Ritika, before even you started speaking, the way you started with, hey, are you from Assam and Nepal? And throughout your speech, there was so much of confidence, poise. I would say it was a cracking, sensational, and a power-packed icebreaker. So coming to the things that I really loved in your speech, like I said, confidence. Another thing I would like to say that the transitioning was so smooth. The way you started about you and then you led that into your personal story and how you ended with a message. And you also linked the entire theme of your speech to the ending when you said that we should always keep moving ahead in life. So your journey from Kolkata to Pune and then back to Kolkata was justified. So you did a lot of justice to that. Coming to the third thing that I really loved in your speech, I would say the message. In an icebreaker, having a strong message where you said that how you overcame your fear of driving the car, and it also had a message which was very relatable and a takeaway for all of us. Would really like to applaud you for that. There was also a pinch of humor in your speech. Like every speaker has some room for improvement, I also have some suggestions for you. So my first suggestion for you would be to work on the vocal variety. Though your speech was so strong, it was in a properly structured speech, right from the intro to a personal story and then a message. I would say that vocal variety would have made it stronger, and it would also vocal variety along with facial expression that was not properly coming out. So like there was a line when you said that when you were going for driving the car and the driver told you, madam, you need to be at the driver's seat. So in that, you could have included characterization. Just for a second, you were standing up like a proper physical meeting that we have. So you could have moved from left to right and used that characterization and also added a bit more humor in terms of vocal variety, I would say. And then the second thing is use of stage. Like I said, that you could have moved from one place to the other since you had that kind of themes or lines in your speech to work on. The next thing I would say for you to work on is the pitch, which is a part of the vocal variety and facial expression. So your speech was in a monotonous speech. Working a little on the high and low pitches would make it much more interesting and will make it a little dramatic, I would put it that way. So overall, a very confident speaker you are. It was a very well spoken speech with a personal story and a message. What you need to work on is the pitch, facial expression, and characterization. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrita, for that detailed evaluation. Toastmaster Ritika, so I love the way you told us all your stories. And personal stories, they have such an impact on everyone. The reason being that we don't know about these stories, and these stories come from the bottom of your heart. So these are delivered very naturally and in a very good way. And we could clearly see that. And I never ever could, if someone didn't tell me this was your icebreaker, I would have never guessed this was your first speech. Because you were absolutely on point. You were so confident, you were so well prepared. Preparation is extremely important at the initial stages. Because if you prepare well, you will be confident on stage. One recommendation I have for you is that I thought that your speech was a bit patchy. It one portion or one story did not lead or connect to the other story. There was no connection in between them. So I thought they were just blocks of stories and then a conclusion in the end. If you would have some kind of segue in between these stories, it would have sounded much better. Something to connect them in the middle, so the speech would feel a bit more whole and the impact would be amplified in a very, very good manner. I hope I made sense. And also, as we know, we are not on a physical medium right now, we're on this virtual medium. Body gestures are very important, and usage of stage is very important because it gets the physical aspect into the meeting, which is lacking these days. So work on these small things and keep coming back and keep delivering the speech, and I'm sure you will become a brilliant, brilliant communicator. Can we have a round of applause for our speaker and evaluator? Thank you so much. Now moving on to the next speaker, who is Toastmaster Hriday, who's being evaluated by Toastmaster Deepak Bed. Toastmaster Deepak, can you please have your evaluation?
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator. Good evening, Toastmasters, guests, and our power-packed speaker, Toastmaster Hriday. Well, our speaker today delivered a really power-packed story about what happened during his class 10 examination. So the power pack thing that I really liked in his speech was how he had choreographed his speech entirely. For example, he divided his screen into two segments. The right one was left corner and the left one was red corner. And then how he placed the subjects well throughout. And that was really well done. The second thing that I really liked was how he placed humor in his speech, like how he compared his situation with that of Lagan and how his teacher became a data analyst and explained his numbers with class 11 sections, and he couldn't be in any of that. And how he exaggerated some of the situations, like his heart was pumping and palpitating hence when his results were being announced. Now, Toastmaster Hriday, you know that this is not your classroom, this is Toastmasters, and we won't be ranting about your speech like your teacher. Rather, we would be giving your constructive feedback. So here are a few things that I thought could have been done better in your speech. For example, audience engagement. So I felt that even though your story was really nice, but you could have used something. For example, you could have asked a question from the audience. So that could have brought everyone's attention back to your speech in case if somebody, moves out. And second thing is, we would have loved to hear what or how you came out of that traumatic experience which your teacher did to you. So overall, I think it was a really wonderful of you, how you narrated your speech, your story. You told it to the whole audience. It was really pretty relatable since most of us have gone through such experiences. But just to work on these couple of things like audience engagement and a little bit on your content, and you will be a really nice speaker. All the best, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for your evaluation. Toastmaster Hriday, I was in love with your writing because the way you were explaining your stories, it was like you were painting a picture in front of me. I could imagine you and your teacher having a boxing match, and he then turning into the British general and asking you for Lagan when he got the scripts in. So the way you put in references, it helps with the imagery a lot, and it makes the story much more powerful and much more impactful. And you did an amazing job there. Your content was very well written out, and you had practice and deliver it in a very good manner. One thing I would appreciate more is that if you could this being a prepared speech, if you could stand up and use the freedom around you. If you had a boxing match, you could stand up, you could be like, at one corner I was there, at one corner it was my teacher. So if you would stand up, you would have much more freedom to express yourself, and the impact would be amplified a lot. One more thing I really enjoyed was a sense of humor. But with humor comes something which is very important is delivery. You had your humor in the speech, but the delivery faltered because of lack of pauses. The audience did not get to take in what you wanted to say. As soon as you delivered the punchline, you jumped into another part of your speech. That happened with the boxing example you gave, and also with the British general example you gave. In these examples, you just jumped into the other part and did not let the audience respond to what you were trying to say. So one trick which I use for pauses, which I know if I have a good humorous line and which will have a good impact, one trick I use is that whenever I deliver that thing, I count 3 in my heart. I count 1, 2, 3. I know at that time people can take it in, people can laugh it out, and then you can move on. If you don't hear audible laughter, if you hear audible laughter, this being an online, we can't hear audible laughter. So give it 3 to 4 seconds and move on. And if you're actually on a stage, stop till the audience are laughing. After the audience are done laughing, you can move on. This is how you, in a way, deliver a humorous part or a humorous portion. But all in all, you had an amazing speech, amazing message. You motivated us, and I hope to see you back on the podium delivering much better speeches. Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause for the speaker and the evaluator? Now moving on to my various role players, starting off with the grammarian Toastmaster Akash. Toastmaster Akash, can you please have your roles report?
Sorry, I'm still facing a connectivity issue, so I won't be able to switch on my video or share the report, but I shall be orally reading out what was my report. Is that okay?
Yes, that would be fine.
Okay. Coming to the word for the day, it wasn't used at all. Was it such a difficult word? I don't know, but it wasn't used. And now coming to the not so good usages of grammar, the first will be sit at the passenger seat could have been sit on or sit in the passenger seat. Second, makes me into a better person could have been makes me a better person. You don't have to add into there. Third one will be we do not have that much privilege could have been we do not have the privilege. And say proudly could have been proudly say. Some of the good usages of grammar were the prerogative to choose anyone, and the second one will be breaking the bird cage in our mind. That's it for my report today. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akash. Just a small bit of advice. Use a word of the day which is easy to pronounce and read, and which can be frequently used in a Toastmasters meeting. That is how you get the word of the day to be used more frequently. I went to the chat box to try and read your word, and I couldn't pronounce it properly. And I thought I would embarrass myself by trying to use the word of the day. So if you could use something which is a bit more simpler to pronounce, bit more simpler to read, that would be better, because then people would genuinely use the word and learn the word in a better manner. Moving on to the next role player, who's the R counter for the day. And this role is played by Toastmaster Brinda Rat. Toastmaster Brinda, can you please have your roles report?
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. So here goes my report. Toastmaster Hriday has used twice. Toastmaster Seema had few short pauses. Toastmaster Naveen had repeated the word and well twice. Toastmaster Rashmi had 3 R's and 2 Ums. Guest Aditya had 4 Ums. Rest of the speakers were flawless. That's it. Thank you. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Brinda, for your detailed report. Next, we have the wow counter for the day, and this role is played by Toastmaster Meghna. Toastmaster Meghna, can you please have the role report?
Thank you, General Evaluator. The top 3 wow moments in today's meeting were firstly, the inspiring speech by Toastmaster Hidey and the phrase he used, "It is not the power of eight, it's the power in you." Secondly, the way Toastmaster Ritika explained her first day at driving school and the way she connected it with the path of life was really beautiful. And finally, the best one was the get up our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shruti had. And the take on the topic, "Hi guys," was miraculous. And the example she used that instead of using salesman, we should be using salesperson. Instead of using manpower, we should be using workforce was really unique and insightful. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Meghna, for your good observation and for the report. Next, we have the timer, played by Toastmaster Anam. Toastmaster Anam, can you please have your report?
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. All the speakers were well within the time limit, so there is no disqualification for today's meeting. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Anam. Next, we have the parliamentarian for the day, Toastmaster Rohit. Toastmaster Rohit, can you please have your roles report?
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. I confirm the meeting was conducted in a very efficient manner and there were no violations of any parliamentary protocols as such. Thank you all. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohit, for your report. Now let's move on to the table topic speakers. Starting out with Toastmaster Naveen, whose topic was one change you want to see. Toastmaster Naveen, you jumped straight right into the topic and you made it clear that one change you wanted to see was more humanity in us, in all of humans, more humanity, to show some compassion, to show a human side. I really love the take of the topic, but what you spoke for me was a bit too general, was a bit too generic. If you could have added an example, a story in it, we could have understood this entire vague topic. It was a bit too vague for me. And if you would have put in a personal story that how humanity helped you in your personal life or any kind of example, it would have amplified your speech to a certain level. But all in all, it was a job very well done and a very good take on the topic. Next was the very graceful Toastmaster Vandana. And her topic was a book that has changed my life. So you had a great start and you even took the book's name, but you forgot the author's name. And then the thing I really liked that you did not dive into the book, because in 1 to 2 minutes, giving a book review is not really possible. What you tried to explain is what you got out of the book, what you learned and how it personally affected you. And you tried to give us that in a gist, which was a job very, very well done. So next we have Toastmaster Rashmi, whose topic was when you were taught a lesson by a child. Toastmaster Rashmi, you had a very good, you started off straight with a story and then you moved to a message. And when you started off with the story, you were a bit hesitant and you took about 10 to 15 seconds to settle into your speech, and then it was smooth sailing from there. So just a small advice in table topics, you can take a second, you can take 2 or 3 seconds, just move back, think about the topic, think how you want to start. Because I know that as a table topic is given, a lot of thoughts just jump into your head immediately. And the trick is how we organize these thoughts, how these thoughts come out in an organized and a coherent manner. So if you take 2 or 3 seconds, if you think about what direction, what way I'll take this topic into, it will be smooth sailing right from the get-go, and you will not need 10 to 15 seconds to get into the topic and get comfortable with the topic. But the way you gave it was a brilliant story that you saw a child playing with a rubber band, not caring about the world around them, and what you inferred from that. It was a very good story and a very good message. But the initial part, it could have been a bit better. So if you could try using this trick, and I hope it helps you. Next was guest Aditya. Your topic was be kind to everyone. So guest Aditya, you started off by saying that we can say that we are kind to everyone, but we aren't really kind to everyone. We select people who we are kind with. And I really like your take, but your take, you should just stick to one point. Your take for me was a bit vague. You were gambling on both the sides. What you can do is that you can give your points on one side, then move to the other. That will be a bit more coherent. But what you did was giving a point from this side, giving a point from that side. That people should be very kind, but they are not. It is very difficult to be. You could just say one portion that how kindness can help you, how kindness can help us in our daily lives if everyone is kind to each other. And then in the second part, say that it isn't practically possible, but we should imply it as far as we can. And next is guest Abhishek. Guest Abhishek, you kind of your topic was what something which you would like to invent, and you had a very clever take on the topic, saying that you would like to invent a time machine and how you would like to go back in time and you would try to solve 2020. As a guest, this was an amazing take on the topic because you framed the entire story, you gave the basis why you wanted to do this, and it was very important. It was very good how you gave a story and a message. Next, we have Toastmaster Neelu. Toastmaster Neelu, you had an amazing table topic, in my opinion. Your table topic was a choice that makes you feel proud. And you started off with an awe-inspiring story that how coming from a bit of a conservative background, you tried to gain your freedom, you showed your courage, and you inspired each and every one of us. This is the essence of table topic, giving a personal story and then a message which hits home, which inspires everybody. And you just did that. So it was a job very, very well done. Now I would like to evaluate all the role players, starting off with the Sergeant at Arms. And the Sergeant at Arms had an amazing start. This is the first time I am seeing that you were measuring how much sound or how much noise we are making, and you would, and you would only start the meeting when it would hit 110 so that you could create some commotion, some kind of an excitement before the meeting start. You played your role very well. You started off with telling us all the rules and how a Toastmaster meetings will be proceeded. And then you hesitated a bit in calling the stand-in president. I guess you didn't really know who was the stand-in president, and you had the presence of mind to look in the meeting, and who was present, you called him on. So that was a job very well done, Toastmaster Anam. Moving on to the stand-in president, who was Toastmaster Anirban. Toastmaster Anirban, was this the first time you were playing this role as the stand-in president?
He's not there in the meeting.
Oh, all right. So, okay, I'll give him his recommendations to him personally. Then we could move on to the amazing, to the exceptional Toastmaster of the day. Ma'am, your role means from the moment you came in, it was, you grabbed each and everyone's attention. We could see the dedication, the preparation you have put into your role, and you have put into the content that you are trying to provide to us. And the topic you had chosen, it is extremely important to be gender inclusive in our languages. And I also promise from this day on, I will do my best to be gender inclusive. And this message, I'm sure each and everyone in the meeting will take forward. The way you shared information with us, the way you shared, and you started us off in this journey of gender inclusive language with giving us examples of terms that we commonly use and giving the more gender inclusive terms, which was a job very well done on your part. One recommendation I have for you is that you got so immersed in the content side of things that you forgot about introductions, about most of the role players who you were going to call upon the podium. So if only that part you could have done, this would have been a perfect role. If anyone would have asked for a sample Toastmaster of a Day role, I would say this was the role to see. Amazing job, and a huge round of applause for our Toastmaster of the Day. Next is our Table Topics Master, which is played by Toastmaster. Okay, I don't recall the name, sorry. So the Table Topic Master had a good introduction. She started off with introducing the rules, but she made it was TM Seema. Okay, I'm sorry, TM Seema Bopai. I'm very sorry to forget her name. TM Seema, what did she do is that she introduced her role and she introduced all the rules for table topics, but she faltered in one of the rules which people normally do. She said, I would repeat the topic twice, but it is actually you would repeat the topic once. You would say the topic once and repeat it once, not repeat it twice. So this is a common mistake which happens. So keep that in mind. You explained the role very well, and in the end, you also encouraged each and every speaker to come on to the podium and speak. And we know a mark of a good table topic master by the topics they give, because each and every speaker could speak on the topic without hesitating. So you gave good topics and everybody really enjoyed the session. And I really love the detailed feedback or the detailed replies you gave after each and every topic. You were noting down while they were speaking, and that is really good observation on your part. So that's it from my side. It was an amazing meeting, and it was so great to be back on this podium after a long time. I would like to hand the stage to the stand-in president for the day. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Unfortunately, the stand-in president is not there currently, so I take up as the Vice President Education of Kolkata Toastmasters role players. All the speakers, guests for putting in the time for so every club will not be constituted as a club if it does not consist of members who have a knack, members who have a passion for learning and for communication. So for that, to kindly induct that newly enthusiastic Archita.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you, Toastmaster Rohit. Yeah, there were some network glitches, I think, for all of us. But thank you, everyone, and good evening. And I'm really happy and glad to be here today. I see some very familiar, very happy faces. I see some people who I am extremely delighted to see. But most importantly, today I'm here to welcome one person into our club, into the family that we call Kolkata Toastmasters Club. Someone who's going to join us and begin his journey, someone who's going to carry forward with us and make sure that the next time that he's on the podium, he's a better version of who he is as a speaker. We ensure and we promise that we're going to support you. Ansua saying something, I'm sorry. No, okay, fair enough. I will request guest Divyendu to please unmute and say hello or say hi. I cannot see his video as well.
Hi everybody. Hi.
Hello, sir.
Should I switch
Yes,
on
could
my
you
video?
also switch on? Yes, please.
Hello,
yes,
hi.
Ghosh. Yeah, we can't see your video.
Should I switch on my video?
Yes, please. Good evening, sir, and hello and welcome. Today, you're being inducted as one of the members of Kolkata Toastmasters Club. As a member of the club, it is an absolute pleasure for me to welcome you. And on behalf of all the members of Kolkata Toastmasters Club in particular, and I think the Toastmasters, the entire fraternity in general, I can assure you that all of us are going to support you, be with you in your journey of learning. We promise to be there and help you learn and improve yourself. And at the same time, we will seek your help. We will ask you to guide us. We will ask you to contribute to our growth and our improvement. With that, I request all the members to give a round of applause and welcome our guest as one of our members from today. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much and welcome aboard. We are very happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before I hand it back to our stand-in president to give the closing address, I do have to take this opportunity to just say a few words. I would really compliment Shruti. Unfortunately, I couldn't join during the beginning of the session, but I do see her look and the amount of effort that she's taken into putting on this look for this theme and carrying it off. I think it is absolutely brilliant. Okay, I'm not saying this because she's a very dear friend, because I really love her, because I really care about her. It is completely unbiased, guys, honest. I'm not being biased. I really think that that effort is commendable. Thank you, Shruti, for showing us all that even on the virtual platform, if we really want, we can take the effort and do something different, do something incredible, do something fantastic. So thank you so much for doing this. And good evening to one and all present here. Vandana ji, it's an absolute delight to see you. You look lovely and bright. Okay, a compliments given, interacted with everyone. I hand it back to the stand-in president, Toastmaster Rohit Gupta, our vice president education.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Chitra. And I agree to what you said about our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster, and it's a job really well done and really commendable. Thank you, Toastmasters, Kolkata Toastmasters Club. With that, I would like to
Rohit, we can't hear you. Rohit, yes, you're
I'm
back.
audible now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So sorry for the technical glitches. It's a good clash between Airtel and Jio at my place. So I think I don't know who will win the war of the network. But yeah, with that, we'll close today's meeting. And once again, I would thank every one of you who devoted your time to be here. And we'll catch you guys back next week, same time, same place at 7 p.m. only at Kolkata Toastmasters Club. Also, to not forget, we also have the voting link that was forwarded. If I can have the voting results, please. Yeah, there it is. Just give me a second. Guys, we have forwarded the voting link. So all those who have not voted, just take 30 seconds and please cast your votes out there. Meanwhile, we are casting out the votes. I have seen Rahul raising his hand. Rahul, is there something you want to tell us?
Yes, yes. So
Yeah,
good,
go
good.
ahead.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, you
Hello.
are. Please go ahead.
Yes, yeah. Good evening to all of
Yes,
you.
Rahul, you are audible.
Yes. I want to say that means I have joined from 8 p.m. I have not joined from the very early. Bhaiya, what's my problem in my communication is that I want to join Toastmaster. Okay. So what's the problem in my communication? I just want to clarify from my side is that whenever I have to speak from one person to one person, means it's a one-way communication. I can speak very fluently. Okay, I will not stuck. I will have a good conversation. But when I have to go for a public speaking or to talk in a group, like on a online meeting, so I got stuck. And if someone gives me any topic to speak, my brain does not work very fast. Means I don't get any idea, or what should I say, that I have a lack of content basically. So I try to basically the Toastmaster have come to my college, so I am very interested to join. So I have started to improve my communication skills a year back. Okay. And many companies come into our college campus. I have tried for their campus, but basically I was not able to crack any interview. So I think I have a lack of that skill. So yeah, what should I do? Means in an online session, can I able to get rid of these fears or problems, or should I wait for the physical class?
Thank you, Rahul. Next is offline value.
Sorry, sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Hello, audible now?
Not sir, very clear, sir.
Just a second. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
So I'll just what we do is that I'll take all your queries offline and I'll help you and guide you as to what you can do to work
Bhaiya,
on that.
sorry,
So
bhaiya,
don't worry, just drop me
again
a
your
text.
voice is not. Hello, sorry, bhaiya, your voice is cracking. Means having some not network issue. You are not audible clearly.
Rohit, I heard what you said. May I help Rahul understand the same?
Sure, sure.
Yes,
Achita,
ma'am.
please go ahead.
Yes. Hi, Rahul. Rohit is saying that he is going to request or ask the Vice President membership to take all your queries offline. The Vice President membership will call you, will discuss with you the procedure, how you can join the club, be a part of it, and what would be the expectations of the club from you, and what could be the areas of improvement you can go or you can go forward with if you join Toastmasters fraternity.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your reply, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rahul. With that, I think I would hand it back to Rohit. Rohit, are you there?
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible now.
Yeah. So thank you, Achita, for covering up. And we have results. So for the best speaker out of Toastmaster Ritika and Toastmaster Hide, we have Toastmaster Ritika from Kolkata Toastmasters Club. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ritika. It was truly a stupendous speech that you have given today. Out of the best role players from the Toastmaster of the day, the General Evaluator, and the Table Topics Master, we have, as expected, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shruti. Ma'am, you have done a wonderful job today, and kudos to you for putting up the best foot forward today. Thank you. Out of the two evaluators that we had, Toastmaster Amrita and Toastmaster Deepak, the winner as the best evaluator today is Toastmaster Amrita. Thank you, ma'am, for taking up the role of evaluation today. You were really stupendous today. Out of the best auxiliary role play that we had today, it was as expected, the timer, Toastmaster Anam Rahman. Congratulations, Toastmaster Anam Rahman, for putting up and for being so efficient with your timings for today's meeting. For best table topic, I would love to say it's one of my favorite people from Kolkata Toastmasters Club is none other than Toastmaster Vandana Agarwal. Ma'am, it was great to see you back on stage, and that too with such style. Congratulations on winning the best table topic speaker. And the most improved speaker for today's speech is someone who I met a couple of years ago in Infinity Toastmasters, but she is again back on with great panache and great talent. That is Toastmaster Neelu Sharma. Congratulations, ma'am, on being the best, being the most improved speaker for today's meeting. With that, congratulations, everyone. And I would like to call off today's meeting, and I hope to expect to see each and every one of you next Friday at 7 p.m. at Kolkata Toastmasters Club. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned. Thank you.